Alrighty, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about cupping and the relationship between metabolism. So definitely if you're interested, stick around. And now, interesting, right? So cupping is a concept that we hear often in like Oriental medicine where basically you have this cup and then you put it on top of the skin and then it has this like suction ability and it's like pulling on the skin so it starts getting red. It looks pretty freaky if you really think about it. I'm gonna go ahead and shift over and I want to show you what that looks like from YouTube. And so you tell me, right? So basically it's these cups and then in the top, I think that's how they like suction it. Yeah, as you can see here, this is probably a better one. Here, let's see what happens, right? Yeah, interesting, right? Very, very interesting. So what am I understanding from this, right? So I think everyone has a good idea of what's going on now. And so now that you know what's actually happening, let's talk about the physiology. So whenever I see things like these, like right away my brain goes into the physiology. Like, okay, what are they fundamentally doing and how is it affecting that person that's getting affected by it, right? So in that situation, when you have those cups on top of the skin and you see them suck some of the air out, what happens is the skin starts expanding. The skin starts getting bubbled up. Think of it like me right now squeezing your hand. If I squeeze your hand for long enough, all that blood flow is going to be stuck there. The same thing happens there. That constriction happens at the bottom of that cup, and at the top you start seeing it becoming red and then becoming purple because now we're allowing more blood flow in that area. So that area technically can heal faster because we're getting new blood. Unless if they did breath work before, yes, then they'll be hyperoxygenated. If they did blood flow before, there'll be more blood flow, more rich energy, nutrient dense, oxygen, everything in there. So I would recommend. So technically for alpha, if you wanted to do this would be after movement. So let's just say, you do your alpha experience where you go to the gym, you get your food, and then you finish. After the gym, you go get one of these cupping sessions done in certain areas of your body that you sort of don't feel well, or you want to sort of really get to know more, because that area is going to go through a little bit of trauma so that it can start healing again. We can activate the healing process, the autophagy and everything that's related to it. So do this, and then you go ahead and go home, take your shower, eat your Chipotle or whatever it is, and then you'll feel amazing. Which is interesting because this is part of one of those wellness modalities. It's not like something that you need to have, but it's a wellness modality that emphasizes and also prevents other bad things from happening. So now let's talk about the metabolism aspect of it as well, right? So we sort of alluded to it earlier when we said that after you get it done, do your things in the bathroom, take a shower, and then eat your food. Metabolism, this is very important because now once your body goes through that little micro traumas in those different locations, we want it to heal. We want it to give it the proper nutrition that it needs for that area to heal properly, which then comes back to metabolism. How are you going to be using that fuel? If you have a lot of fuel already, if you have a lot of fat already, technically you'll be able to provide it. If you start fasting even more, it'll accelerate that trend and you will actually lose a lot of weight. But in general, when you do eat, you want to eat proper nutritious things. And that's like, what is nutritious? That becomes a vague question as well. Just think of it this way: if it grew from the ground, minimally touched by humans, then go ahead and eat it as much as you need to. If it's being touched by humans and machines multiple times, then it's a processed food. Let's just be very, very literal about it, so that way there's no confusion. So Chipotle to me is the most minimal processed foods because they have like this pledge and everything where they're sustainable and blah blah blah. I appeal with it, they appeal to me, so why not? Now, carbs, proteins, fats, everything that you are. So your skin is mostly protein. Most people don't understand this, but if you were to unzip your skin and remove it, you'll see a majority of it is going to be protein because there's like cellular structures and whatnot, but you'll have like the dermal fat that's going to be there. So just think of it that way: of minimal fat, a lot of protein, not much carbs. Remember, carbs are just like the glycoproteins or the sugars that's being used as fuel. So carbs are very, very important, but not to the extent of the other types that we have going, the fats and the proteins. And so when you consume foods, always remember those three things. And if you have a lot of fats already being stored, as we saw in that YouTube search results, majority of the people, this is for fat weight loss. You'll see a lot of individuals that are a little bit overweight, but just always remember the fact that if you are overweight, you want to focus your attention less on eating more carbs, less on eating more fats, but just in general, overall diet. Like fasting should be one of your priorities in working out, fasting and working out, because you have so much energy already built up. We need to leverage that energy for something else. I had an interesting thought that you know what, I just realized this video is going to go a lot over. So if you are interested in what I was thinking about, the fact that for someone like me that wants to gain 20 pounds, and technically if you were to convert 20 pounds into calories, 3,000 calories is 1 pound. So for me to gain almost 60,000 calories, I'll need to do something to actually absorb it, and that's gonna be another topic. So if you are interested, definitely hit me up in the comments, say, hey Shaq, I'm really interested in that conversation about how to convert calories into pounds and etc., and how do you actually build muscle. And then I'll definitely go ahead and make a video, because that's something that's passionate about, and I know a little bit about it because I'm doing it right now. With that being said, guys, I really do appreciate you watching these videos, and hopefully you've been watching, or this is the first video that you watch in your journey with us. So I want to make sure that you understand that we are in this together to help you optimize yourself to your genetic potential. If that interests you, of course, definitely subscribe, like, and then also hit the notification, so that way the YouTube algorithm sends you notifications when my videos come out. All right, and I'm gone.